Ladies and gentlemen, I want to welcome everybody to a special edition of Four Shoots and Giggles. Now, I had multiple requests for this one, so we're going to go ahead and get started. Right now, I've got with me the man, Fred Blackout James. Man, how you doing tonight?
I'm doing good.
I know it's going to change up my format a little bit because, Fred is not a full-time in-ring competitor or nothing like that, so...
Yes.
Fred, you want to give me a little bit of background on yourself? Tell us about, Fred.
Well, I was born in New Orleans, Louisiana. Just a regular ghetto child. Nothing special. Grew up poor. Stuff like that.
You do realize this is like real life. You're not trying to do like a wrestling promo here.
Yeah,
okay?
I know.
This is for real, I
know.
I mean, we know your mama had like 82 kids. So.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, Fred, you did have quite a few brothers and sisters and all. How did that affect you growing up, man?
Well, it was a challenge, trying to make it, with all those brothers and sisters,
How many of them how many of y'all are there?
There's 10 of us.
Holy crap.
Yes. Yeah.
I bet the baby just walked out. But anyway. Before we get into actual wrestling questions and whatnot, we got to talk about for a second. You were in Hurricane Katrina,
yes,
correct?
Yes.
And that's what brought you to Arkansas.
Yes.
Can you tell us a little bit about how that affected your life?
Well, it was devastating, It was like how is we going to make it, when that happened and stuff, I seen things that, was tragedy, stuff like that.
All right. I expect a little bit more about you, but it is what it is. But I'm just messing with you, man. I know it's a hard thing to talk about.
Yeah.
I know that was a pretty hard thing to talk about.
Yeah.
But all right, we got a little bit of background on you now. I know. Before we get into the Indy stuff, I know you watch a lot of wrestling on TV.
Yes.
And whatnot like that.
Yes.
Who's your favorite wrestler right now?
Well, I'm gonna go on a limb and say Roman Reigns.
Yeah. I figured I kind of knew that. Well, who's your favorite all time though?
All time, Shawn Michaels.
Why?
It's just the way he approached things and stuff like that, And he realized his dream of winning a championship,
Right. Mm-hmm.
But I also do like Hogan, but I'm gonna say Shawn Michaels.
All right. Well, what's one of your favorite matches of all time that you ever watched?
Oh, that's a good one. Well, the Hogan and Andre the Giant match was good. Yeah. And
are you gonna elaborate which one?
Oh.
You actually remember that match, or are you talking about like watching it later on in life?
No, I remember it. I remember Hogan body slamming him.
Yeah, you were only what, like 45 then?
No. I don't know how old I was when I watched it. If I have to say, the Bret Hart and Shawn Michaels, the Montreal Screwjob, I have to put that one up there too.
Well,
that was one of my favorites.
Of the current generation, going on, what most recently, what's been one of your favorite matches?
Undertaker and Shawn Michaels. WrestleMania. I can't remember what WrestleMania.
Well, both of them were really good matches.
Yes,
So I mean,
good matches.
Yeah.
Yeah.
all right. Well, let's break it down. Let's get into the indie level here because I know for the past 5 years, 5-6 years, you've traveled a lot, getting to go to different indie shows and
Yes.
whatnot.
Yes.
Getting to go to a lot of shows.
Yes.
What's been one of your favorite shows that you've been to? Like I don't mean like as a company, but I mean like which individual show from a company that you've been to that you enjoy the most?
That's tough. There's been some good ones, and but I have to say, the one in hold on. I mean, ASWF has really, that's been one of my favorites. ASWF.
Well, I mean, has there been a certain show that stands out to you though?
Well,
Like a certain, like you say in ASWF, but like has there been a certain one that from there that stood out to you though?
no, I could. It's like, it's about the same, but yeah. But I'm just gonna say ASWF because I've been to shows that wasn't good.
We don't need to name any names. We don't want to put nobody on the spot like that because that's not what we're about. We're about having fun here.
Yes.
So
having fun.
what's since you've been going to these different shows and all like that what's been one of your favorite matches you've gotten to see?
Man. Ray and I think it was Shane, Insane Shane. They had a good match. That's tough because there's been some good matches. If I have to say, I'll say Ray. I'll say Ray and Josh.
Okay, this isn't like a pop quiz. This is actually your opinion.
Yeah.
Don't say something you think you're just going to make people happy, And this ain't just about ASWF. This is about Arkansas in general, wrestling in general that you've been to and all like that. But who's your favorite person to watch in the ring?
There's three that come to mind that I could say. Max Stone, Cataclysm, and Ray.
Why?
Because it's the way they approach. It's the way they approach the match and stuff, and the backstory and stuff like that. That's what stands out to me.
All right. What's your favorite type of match to see? Like specialty match.
I do like TLC without the blood.
You don't like when they bleed all the time?
No, I don't like when they bleed. and the thumbtacks. No.
You don't like thumbtacks?
No, I don't like thumbtacks.
You ain't gonna get somebody let somebody throw you on some thumbtacks?
Mm-mm.
Oh, come on now. All right. Well, let's get into something here. Not too long ago, you actually got to get into the ring for the first time.
Yes.
That first time that you got to, stand in that ring in front of an audience and actually show people that you actually know what you're doing a little bit there.
Yes.
Tell me about the emotions going into that. How that felt.
It was very nerve-wracking, going into that match and stuff. And I was like, I was like, is this really happening? And once I got out there and felt the emotion of the fans, all that nervousness went away and stuff.
You want to tell us a little bit about that match?
Well, the match, the match, the match was, very good because of the guys who I was in the ring with. They kind of brought it. They kind of brought the match, made the match what it is. That's why it was good. Because of who I was in the ring with.
It was you and Gaston against Will Cage and Grayson Beckett, correct?
Actually, it was, yes.
Yeah, that one.
Yes.
Well, then, not too long after that, you tagged with Will Cage
Yes.
against Gary and Tier and Gaston.
Yes.
And why don't you tell the people about that match?
Well, first of all, me coming out having the mask on, I couldn't see, so that's, because it's how dark it was in there.
It was, for those who don't know, it was a Halloween show.
It was a Halloween show, and it was really dark. Yeah, but I was like trying to figure out how I'm going to make this match. I'm going to make this match good, knowing that I didn't have a partner right then, But I made it work until my partner Will Cage got out there. Shout out to you, Will.
Well, and tell us what happened though, man.
Well, I got beat up. I got beat up a lot. I got squished by Gaston, and afterward, Will Cage came out. I made the tag to him, and he took over the match and stuff. And then finally, he tagged me in it, and I hit my finisher. And went for the cover. No one told me. But anyway, I went for the cover, and the ref counted 3, and that was the emotion right there that I actually won the tag team titles. I think, that was right there the highlight that I could say.
So you would have to say, even though you haven't had like what quote unquote a career, but that would still be the highlight of what you've done so far.
That's.
And I do remember, the next show out, they did have to strip y'all of the tag belts because you hadn't completed your training and all like that. And I am to understand though you are actually going through the training program.
Yes, I am. Yes, I am going through the training. Yes.
Can you tell us? Can you tell us about how it feels to actually be learning how to do this stuff to possibly step back into the ring again?
Yeah, well, it's like it's going good, and it feels good, to actually learn the basics of the wrestling and stuff. Not just want to be out there doing it, want to actually learn it, what goes on and stuff.
Right. Well, and honestly, right now, you going through training now, what's your motivation to go through this rigorous training process?
Well, the show that no matter how old you are, you can do it. No matter how old you are.
What's your personal motivation, though?
My motivation is to it's not to like letting certain people down and stuff, but
well, who's been your biggest motivator to help you through all this?
Well, there's one person that I want to thank for that, and that is Cataclysm. That is Cataclysm. I want to thank for that. He's been my biggest motivator besides the fans.
right, because that's who it's all about, man.
Yes.
It's all about the fans.
Yes.
All right. Well, I know you like we said earlier. You know, you've traveled a lot, going to all these different shows and whatnot like that. What's your favorite road story that you have? Like what's your favorite story on your travels? I mean, what stands out to you? Like something, you know, 'cause we've had a few people, you know, tell us, you know, some pretty funny stories about stuff. Josh was talking about a little bit of grossness, you know, dealing with Deadly Dale and Idle Bane.
Yeah.
But you know, what's your favorite story, you know, from all these travels?
Well, one of my favorite stories was when we went to I think it was Tennessee. It was me, Cataclysm, Asa, and Max Stone. And this what, you know, the conversation in that vehicle was funny, and then the whole thing with Max Stone and his wife and stuff, that was funny.
Oh, no, Asa didn't go on that one.
Oh no, okay, not Asa, okay.
Let's not go any further detail on that. We don't want to get nobody in trouble, you know.
No.
But all right, what are your thoughts on wrestling today as compared to, say, wrestling, you know, earlier on, you know, older wrestling? You know, how in your opinion, how has wrestling changed?
Well, they have, like, how has it changed? Well, first of all, they don't do the whole, you know, there's certain stuff you can't do now, you could do back then and stuff, you know. Yeah, you could get you know, like, you gotta watch what you say, you know. Certain moves you can't do, you know, now, you could do back then and stuff like that.
You're talking about like WWE banning moves and stuff?
Yes.
No, I'm talking about overall though, man. I ain't talking about like legitimate stuff like that. I mean, just the landscape of wrestling, you know.
The landscape has really been, you know, it has changed.
Well, the reason I say that, because a lot of people say it's turned into, you know, it's more, you know, the smaller guys or the comedy guys or whatever like that. You know, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, it's more, you know, like you were saying, it's more of the comedy aspect of it now and stuff. That's how it has changed, you know. That's the best way I can describe it.
Yeah, I got you. Well, all right, you yourself, you're going, like I say, you're going through the training program.
Yes.
You've actually been in the ring a little bit.
Yes.
Somebody that's wanting to get into wrestling, or someone that's just starting out and all, what advice would you give someone that's either just starting out or wanting to start?
Well, the advice I give you is listen, and pay attention. You know, don't make it, you know, don't get a big old head and stuff like that. Yeah, actually pay attention and stuff, and listen, and respect. That's one thing you gotta have, respect.
Well, Fred, I do appreciate you, man. I really enjoyed this. Before we go, I want to plug a little episodic thing that's been going on YouTube called Adventures with Fred.
Yes.
Very funny little short skits, you know, whatever. It actually isn't skits; it's actually you, because you're kind of weird. So anybody wants to see more of Fred, just type that in, Adventures with Fred. Hopefully there's some new episodes coming up pretty soon. But ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank Fred James. I want to thank you for watching. Everybody, this has been 4 Shoots and Giggles.